It is beautiful day today with the sound of birds chirping. Look, there are many green trees that have a variety of interesting anatomy to study, including of its own transport system. Let's find it out. Introducing my group, named BIZOC, is presenting about the topic of translocation in plants that contain in biology from 5 textbooks. Let's talk about the basic mechanism of transportation in plants. Do you know what is phloem? It's okay, cause I know. Phloem is the vascular tissue that transports carbon photosynthesis from the leaves to the basal parts of the plant. Right now, I want to show you the cross-section of the xylem and phloem. The xylem is in the inner of the plant and the phloem is the outer of the plant. Shh, I get it from the tree behind my house. Don't tell my mom. So, now what will happen to the tree and transportation in it if we cut the phloem of the tree? Like this. Wow, that is so interesting to know what is happening after this. Let's be together to discover what is happening actually. If you have studied this before, you will know that phloem helps the plant by carrying sugar, amino acid, and other nutrients from the root to the leaves, stem, and other part of the plant. If the phloem is blocked or removed, the transportation of substances won't take place, and plant will not get the needed requirements to carry out its process. So, what will happen if you let it unchecked? Your plant will be like this actually. As conclusion, phloem is one of the plant's organs that play an important role to the plant to remain its sustainability and to ensure longer life due to uninterrupted transport. We as humans do not try to harm the plants by cutting their phloem. Let's move on to the other parts of our objective discussion today. Translocation. Woo! In order to go through translocation topic, we need to know what is translocation definition first. Translocation is the process of transporting organic substance in the phloem from the leaves to the other part of the plant. How it transfers and how it works. Be patient. I will explain it one by one in order to get your understanding on this topic. First thing first, sucrose actively transport into the sieve tube. Second, the transport of sucrose into the sieve tube through the companion cell from the leaf cell reduces the water potential in the sieve tube. This causes water to diffuse from the xylem into the sieve tube via osmosis. After that, the water diffusion increases the hydrostatic pressure in the sieve tube. Consequently, the increase in the hydrostatic pressure causes the phloem sac to be pushed along the sieve tube to the other organs of the plant. Following, the phloem sac sucrose is transported from the sieve tube to the other parts such as stems, roots, shoots, fruits, and tubers by active transport. Hereafter, the high water potential in the phloem causes the water to diffuse in order for it to return into the xylem by osmosis. Last but not least, transpiration pulls water along the xylem vessel against the direction of gravitational pull. As conclusion, translocation is important in order to prepare their own food in their leaves during photosynthesis, and it shows us that they can make their own food to live longer and get energy to carry out photosynthesis. We continue our discussion and exploration by conducting experiment by ALISYA, our experiment conductor, but voiced over by me. An experiment can be conducted to investigate the role of phloem tissues in the transport of organic substances. First, a ring-shaped part of woody bark from a branch of a hibiscus flower is cut and removed. Then, a petroleum jelly is applied at the ring part. Here the diagram before we cut and remove a part of woody bark and after we remove phloem and plant bark. After that, the plant is watered every day and leave for a week. After 1 week, the part of the stem above the ring started to swollen. You can see the differences on the diagram shown. Then, the plant is left for another week. After 2 weeks, the stem becomes more swollen than before. You can see the differences of swollen xylem before this and after 2 weeks on the diagram shown. Then, the plant is left for 1 more week. After 3 weeks, we can see the differences of the swollen xylem. We can observe that the stem more swollen than last week. During the experiment conducted, we can observe that the upper part of the ring swells after 3 weeks, while the lower part of the ring shrinks. Why did it happen? This is because there is no phloem to transport the organic substances down the stem. Other than that, the phloem tissue is removed when the branch breaks. Then, this will cause the organic substance accumulate at the part above the bud ring, causing the part to become swollen. Lastly, this shows that the role of the phloem tissues to transport organic substances from the leaves to all parts of the plant. Here is the extra information to let you guys know. First, ringing the plant stem is to prevent the product of photosynthesis such as sucrose from the leaves to the root. In addition, petroleum jelly is applied to the exposed part to prevent water evaporation and protects the trees from mold and pathogens. Lastly, the leaves did not wilt because the xylem tissue is not removed and the plant can still transport organic substances from the leaves to the all part of the plant. Now, we have reached the end of the video. We would like to thank to our school, Sekolah Menengah Sains Sultan Mahmud, for giving this opportunity for us to contribute in the video making for Sesma outreach program. Not to forget, special thanks to our mentor, Sir FAZLI, for giving us guidelines during this program. Thanks for watching until the end. As the video have reached the end, now let's test our understanding throughout the video that we have watched. For the first question, diagram 1.1 shows a cross-section of dicotyledon stem. For the question 1A1, name the level of organization of X. As you see the diagram on the previous slide, which organization X is secondary growth. For question 1A2, name structures P, Q, and R. You can see where is P, where is Q, where is R on the diagram 1A1 that's shown before this. So the answer is P is epidermis, Q is vascular tissue, and lastly R is pith. For question 1B, structure P is the outermost layer of X. Explain the characteristic of P. As we know, P is epidermis. We can give the answer more than the mark given. Some of the example answer for this question are: P have a waxy and waterproof layer called cuticle. To reduce loss of water through evaporation. It is transparent so that light can pass through it. Consists of flat cells with cytoplasm. Modified to form gut cells. And lastly, control opening and closing of stomata. For question 1C1, name two tissues that form structure Q which involve in transportation. As you see the diagram 1.1, Q is vascular tissue, so the answer for this question are xylem and phloem. For question 2, diagram 1.2 shows the part of a stem of the tree where the ring of bark has been removed. You can analyze the diagram given first before answer the next question. For the first question, predict the condition at S and T after 1 month. The answer is S will become swollen while T will shrink. Next, explain your prediction at S. As you know, as will become swollen. It is because there is no phloem to transport organic substances down to the stem, and this will cause the organic substance accumulate at the above of the bark ring.